Hey guys, welcome back to the Fellow Gent. Today I'm going to do a video about Bailey's hats. I bought these two hats when I was in college, and I really thought that it would be a great introduction to getting into trilbies and fedoras to see if I like them. Matter of fact, I do like both of these hats. It's really interesting. They are pretty fairly well priced for what they are. They're made in the United States. You can take that for what you will. If you're a person who likes things made in the United States, these are perfect options. Okay, the first one that I ever bought when I was 18 or 19 years old was this fedora here. I bought it from Paris Hatters here in San Antonio. Paris Hatters is one of the oldest haberdasheries, I guess you could say, in Texas that I know of. They've served many clients over the years. I can get into the history of that. But that's where I bought this hat from. And I gotta say, this is pretty long here, so keep that in mind when you're buying a fedora. It can make you look really tall, and just kind of keep that in mind. And if you steam it a lot, it's going to take to your head, and it's going to be very strong on your head, which is nice if it's windy outside. But this is pretty much the fedora that I have. I really enjoy this fedora. If I had to do it all over again, I never would have got this color. At the time, like I said, I was a young kid, didn't know no better, so I thought black was fine, so I bought a black fedora instead of buying a charcoal gray or navy fedora or even a burgundy fedora. Any of those would have been perfectly fine. In fact, if you bought a charcoal fedora, I think you could wear that with just about any kind of suit that you wanted to. I really do believe that. And the next one I have, so if you see this, is a classic fedora. It's about 2.5, 3 inches here in the front. On the side, it has a feather. It's lifted about, I'd say about 3 or 4 inches here. So it's going to give you that extra height. And I definitely would recommend these hats. They're really well made. If you are a person that really enjoys having, I would say, a lower cost, but you get pretty good high quality, I would strongly suggest these hats. They've been around since 1922, if I remember correctly. And I must say, these I would say could definitely be an everyday thing for you. If you prefer to have a less expensive hat that you could wear, you don't care if it gets beat up, then I would strongly suggest this is perfect for you. But it could also work as an everyday. If you wanted a special hat, you could get a Stetson if you wanted to, or amongst many others that I could mention in this video. But I'm using Stetson as a reference, not as that's the one you could get as far as, wow, it's amazing quality. I'm just mentioning it as an example. Okay, this actually would be what I would recommend. Okay, this is the Tino. Okay, this is called the Gangster model. Okay, if you can tell, they call it the Gangster, and you can see it inside. It says Gangster. Okay, this hat is a trilby. Okay, it's from T-I-N-O, Tino. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. But I have to say, if you were to get a hat, as I mentioned before, this is the one I would get. Why? It's crushable. Look, I can crush it. I can do whatever I want to with it. But just like that, take it, fold it down, and guess what? The shape is still there. This is an excellent hat. If you're looking for one where you don't care, you can wear it and just wear it. Don't worry about nothing to it. And it could take a beating. If it falls off your head and it smashes, alright, cool. Just take it, puff it out. It remains pretty much its normal shape. And that is an excellent quality about this hat. I cannot say that enough. It is absolutely wonderful. I don't know if they have a hat like this in a larger brim size. They might have one. But I would say this hat is my favorite out of all the ones that I could have owned. And this ability to have this hat, and you can put it in a travel bag, you can wear it, you don't care. It's just such a benefit, because if you wear something expensive and you scratch it or you damage it, it really like bothers you, or even if you're afraid to use it because it costs so much money to you, I don't think that's beneficial. Because I said this in a video before, and I keep saying it I just keep saying it. It's so cliche, but the things that are the most expensive are the things you buy and don't use. So if you buy something and you just let it sit there like a Save Queen, what good is it to you if you don't use it? So hey, you paid the money, use it. And I would say this is within that price range where I would say for the price you pay, it's pretty good quality. And on top of that, these are extremely easy to use, easy to clean. And matter of fact, if you're looking to go to a haberdashery, most haberdasheries carry these hats, okay? And I've always been the person that I would strongly recommend these hats to begin with, okay? Second one is, if you're not sure about investing in a hat, you don't know if you like it, okay? Which is reasonable. You may not like it. You may not know how it looks on you, okay? But I will say this. If you're doing what I do, which is you buy a model that's less expensive, but you try to buy what you can that's not garbage, if that makes sense. It's relatively good quality. You buy this hat, and then you may fall in love with it where you don't want another hat. Or you may tell yourself, okay, I really like this style, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade it. I'm going to buy a, let's say, a more standard hat. For example, Stetson. Stetson's pretty easy one to throw out there for Americans. Maybe for Europeans it could be different. And I do have to say that I would strongly suggest that these hats are perfectly fine for anything you need them for. I've wore this in the rain. I wore it pretty much anywhere. Anyone that's a hat aficionado probably freak out right now with me saying that, like, you have a hat that you can just kind of do anything with. And I will say this, I may even buy another Bailey's instead of going with the Stetson, because I really enjoy these hats. And when I worked at Artist Shaving, I wore these hats every day pretty much when it was cold outside. And they're perfect protection from the sun, real easy to wear, obviously adds lots of style, lots of attention. If you don't like attention, I would strongly not wear any of these hats. You got to wear them with confidence. The hat is either going to wear you or you're going to wear the hat. Keep that in mind. I hope today is the day that earned your subscription, and thank you for visiting The Fellow Gent. Y'all have a nice day.